in honor of Halloween, deviled eggs. Stay tuned. Hello, Grandma DC here. And outside of filming earlier, the neighbors burning back there by my junk pile, the one they called the cops on me for trying to burn. Irony never ceases to amaze me. Irony. Anyway, Elvis is eating this morning. Priscilla's already eaten. The animals have been fed. They're pretty happy. It rained last night. Didn't it rain, Romy? Romeo says it rained. Yes, it rained. And it kind of greened things up a bit. As long as they don't start growing profusely, we're good. But that's okay. I got Elvis and Priscilla to eat them if they do. Okay, so update on the yard back there. Let's see, I'm hoping that guy, when he comes, can get the rest of the limbs off the roof of my house. I don't know, some of you are just new to my channel, don't remember the tree right there fell on my house. Oh, that was a heck of a time getting that roof on, but Poppy did that for me finally, thank heavens. And I was able to get enough from the insurance to get a cheap roof. That's okay, because I got a metal one. That should last a while. So at least the house is dry, even if it's falling apart underneath. So, still working on, I got to fix my old chicken coop over there. Christina, you asked a question, and I'll bet other people are curious about the answer to that also. You asked me why I keep my precious chickens all locked up in tiny little cages, and here's the answer. Critters. I have woods all the way around me, and in mid-Missouri we have raccoons, possums, and these huge owls. They're the big owls with the horns, not the little barn owls. Anyway, the owls are really plentiful. And they swoop down in the mornings and the evenings, and they take their heads off while they're roosting. It's a weird thing. You know, some of you who've watched me for a long time know that Romeo had a Juliet. And I came home one day. One day she got out, one day, of the small pen. And she was sitting out there with no head. Just like she'd been sitting, and her head was gone. That's an owl. They just come right down and pluck their heads off. It's the strangest thing. I guess they eat the heads, but they don't eat the rest of the body. I don't know. Maybe she was just too fat to carry off. But, irregardless. Let's see, what are some other questions people have been asking me? Well, some of you all have asked, you know, why the tree and stuff, and then, well, I just explained that because it was a huge, beautiful tree, kept my backyard shaded, and it just split into threes and fell apart. And fell on my house. Luckily, it missed the barn. And today I was going to do some keto cooking. I don't really want to cook. I did the steak and the mushrooms. I'm still eating on that. As a matter of fact, I kind of burnt my other steak. I got busy YouTubing, you know, and totally forgot about it. And so I'm going to have to turn it into like a pate, grind it up, and put a little mayo and stuff with it, just like you do with potted meat. And then I can make a sandwich out of it. Of course, I'm going to have to make some more bread. Then I'm going to have to mess up my kitchen I just got cleaned. Maybe I'll just eat boiled eggs today. See, that's the thought process with keto. It's like, well, I'm not really all that hungry. Elvis, you're not going to mess with the chicken's cage and knock it down, are you? Elvis, please don't, Elvi. You never know around here. So, Scudner, come on. Scud's been getting out and running around. I think it's fall. He smells ladies, maybe. Oh, I know another question. Some of you asked me, the question was, okay, how come some of my vlogs don't have ads on them? Well, all of a sudden, YouTube has deemed me inappropriate for YouTube commercials. Ever since I got paid. It's like nobody listens to me. I don't get enough views. Let's see, there was a couple of excuses on there as to why I wasn't suitable for ads, and now I'm going to have to start disputing all of them, and I thought, why bother? You know? I never did this for money anyway, so, I mean, I got enough money to maybe get the water in my house ran. Not to get the house fixed, but maybe. But I figure this is how this is going to go. I got to tell you, you know, by the time you're 60, you learn life experience, and here's my life experience. Pop, I had a man. Well, this is back up a little. I had a guy stop by my house the other day because he wanted Pop's phone number. Because Pop has been building on this woman's house. That's what he does for a living. So he's, you know, busy a lot. And so he has been building this woman's basement into an apartment. He's almost done with it. I have the money. I'm ready to get someone in here to clean out the yard, to dig the ditch so that he can come in and run the water. This guy stops by my house and wants to know Pop's number, and I'm like, why? Because his sister wants Pop to build him a garage. Well, as soon as that happens, he's going to go where the most money is. So Pop's going to go build the garage. By then it's going to be cold, and when it's cold he's going to say he can't do it because the pipes would just freeze and he couldn't get them ran to the house, and heavens knows when the guy with the bobcat's going to have time. So I am last on the list. But I'm sure he'll put me first on the list for spring after he gets everything else done. So I figure I'm going through another winter without water. That's just my prediction. If it doesn't happen that way, I'll be the first to let you know, and boy will I be surprised. So the leaves are starting to turn. Now I have oak trees, and they don't turn pretty. They just turn kind of yellowy and brown, as you can kind of see back there. But there are some trees along the route that I will show you when they hopefully get pretty. We had nice rain last night. That usually makes the leaves turn quicker and turn prettier colors. I can't wait. I do love the fall colors. I don't like the impending cold. So, okay, well, I think deviled eggs today. Feels a little devilish out here, although it's nice and cool. And I like that. So, if we want a little bit longer vlog, I know some of you who are stuck in the hospitals and nursing home, bang, hit myself in that head, and nursing homes. Hey, I'm just here to keep you company today. Thanks for watching. As again, if I get enough subscribers and watchers, then they can't complain I don't get enough views or long enough views. And maybe I'll start getting ads again, and ads are what pay you. So I will quit griping about that before they come and refuse to let me vlog anymore. And in we go. We'll see. Oh, deviled eggs are so easy, and yet why do I miss? Yes, I agree, Romeo. They are easy, but why do I always screw them up? Let's find out. Back there far enough you can see me, I hope. Get my bouquet out of the way. Now, deviled eggs can be made any way you want. There's no rhyme or reason. There's no exact recipe. Every family has their own recipe from here to kingdom come. Depends on what ethnicity and nationality you are. I mean, everybody does it different, but the main thing is you get the little yolk out of the center and you save that egg white. Some people cut them this way, around. I think that's interesting, especially if you want to like make little Bo Peeps and things for Easter. That's a lot of fun. And I've got my it's my little muffin thing here, but it works perfectly for putting the eggs in. So I'm just going to go ahead. Traditionally we cut them long way, and I just am used to that, so that's what I'm going to do. I noticed that there's about 1 million ways to do the egg yolks. This is not easy without a thumb. I can't hitchhike. Well, yeah, I probably could. Yeah. Not that I'm hitchhiking. I hope I'm not hitchhiking. If my car stays running, I'm not hitchhiking. So the standard thing about, when you talk about cooking, and a lot of young women, especially these days, do not know how to cook, and a lot of older women. I think of it this way, okay? Typically, deviled eggs are a sour and a sweet. So you have like a sweet mayonnaise, sweet pickles, some sort of sweetener, and then you will have like a vinegar type, mustard, vinegar, whatever. So I'm going to do just 2 different ones today, and like I said, this is usually the hardest thing for me to do. And I am going to mash up these yolks. And you see these are kind of oxidized. I boiled them last night, so they've got that greeny color. Green eggs and ham. It won't hurt a thing. I don't think so anyway, not until they come out and try to scare us. So you just crumble those up until they're nice and crumbly, mash them up. These are very well hard boiled, so they mash up easily. And one batch I'm going to do with salsa, which is my favorite and easiest way to do. They'll have a little bit of carb in them. And the other one I'm going to do with the traditional vinegar, mustard, dill pickles, and we're going to add just a little artificial sweetener. Okay. Now, like I've done this before, and I've said before, but if you're new to my channel, I'm all for easy, okay? And so I've got this medium salsa. You use mild, whatever you like, and you just put a little bit in. And it doesn't have to be very much. For one thing, the egg yolks soak it up so darn fast that if you put too much in, they end up too loose. And that's usually my problem with making deviled eggs. They're too darn runny. If you're going to make a lot of them, you probably want to put this in a bag and clip the corner and squeeze it out. I am not going to make a lot of these. I'm just going to use my little fork and fork it in there. That's what we're going to do. And that's it. There's one type. And I like this because I don't have to do a lot of measuring or thinking. I just toss them in there. And I'm going to make as many as I can. That's right. Everybody crow for salsa deviled eggs. And so, oh, I'm coming up short. Oh my goodness. I'm making a mess like Julia Childs. Did you like that, Romy? Julia Childs. Try it again. All right, hang on. And now for a more traditional way. Now, like I said, there are as many ways to make deviled eggs as there are devils in this world. And boy, there's a lot of devilish little devils. Just like that one crowing out there. Romeo, quiet! So what I'm going to do is show you like a more traditional way. Now, comment below and everybody send in your own deviled egg ideas and recipes, because I know people read the comments and we all like new ideas, especially me. Apparently Romeo likes new ideas too. All right, here we go. Mom's vlogging. Everybody start barking. No? All right, and it starts off with, and I mix it in a separate bowl with my egg yolks. All right, and you got to go smaller than you think. That's always, I go too big. So I'm going to put in like a teaspoon of real Hellman's mayo. It doesn't matter whether it's Hellman's or what, it's just real mayonnaise. And then a tiny, unless you really like mustard, less than the mayonnaise. I hate it when water runs out of mustard like that. Isn't it aggravating? Oh my gosh! Forgot to shake it. Alright. Alright. Little bit mustard. I don't have a lot of mayonnaise in there. A lot less than I have mayonnaise. I got red wine vinegar. Any type will do. People like apple cider. This is your sour. Half a cap, just a splash. And then for the pièce de résistance, a little bit of just simply dill relish. And I like dill relish in there. It also gives it that more sour component. And so then you're going to stir this all together and it just looks horrible. It was the one thing when I was a kid, I just couldn't stand the way it looked. I won't say what it looks like, but I don't like the way it looks. Okay. Then I'm going to add just a whiff of stevia. And there you go, your sweetener. Your sweet, your sour, you've got it all in there. Now for the big, this is how you do the big thing. You taste it. And that's pretty darn good. I think I hit it dead on. That didn't happen very often. All right, then I'm going to put that into here. This is a little bit runny, but that's okay. Those egg yolks soak it up like crazy. Like I said, most of my problem is I get them too thin all the time. So when people call me up and they say, okay, so what were the exact measurements? There are no exact measurements. This is good old home cooking. And you fly by the seat of your pants and you measure with your tongue. So my thing is taste, 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 and fill them short, because you can always go back and add more, but it's more difficult to take away. And I always end up putting too much in mine. And then, ooh, they're an egg white. Taste it. Mmm. Yum. If I say so myself. Alright, and if you want to, you can garnish these with anything. Smoked paprika. A lot of people put smoked paprika on top of them. That gives them a nice little smoky flavor. I like a piece of, put it on the floor there. I like a jalapeno slice. I think it's pretty on top. Some people like to put pickle slice. Guess who can't pick up a jar lid without a thumb? Guesses, anyone? Okay, well, I haven't peeled these eggs. I'm going to set them aside. And, ooh, what do I want to try first? I think I'm going to try one of my little salsa eggs. Mmm. Now, to me, that's fabulous. A jalapeno on top of that, perfection. Now try one of your more traditional ones. Oh yeah. Well, there you go, guys. Deviled eggs for Halloween. We hope you enjoyed. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with the insanity. And I'm going to listen to the neighbors scream and yell while they burn down the backyard. Someone call the police. No, I wouldn't do that. Love y'all. Bye-bye. Look at this. They're back there burning near my burn pile. Well, I don't have a burn pile anymore. That's just my pile of junk. Because the last time I tried to burn that pile of junk, they threw a fit and called the cops and fire department and everybody. But now they're out there burning. Look at that. Now, you know what? It takes some big, hairy, large ones to complain at your neighbor and call the cops and everybody when they burn something, and then for the rest of your days continue to burn right next to the property line. Almost like a slap in the face. It's almost like, we dare you to call the cops. I won't. Because I'm too nice. You know, you think you're better than everybody else. Apparently I am.